Hi guys. Um Happy Tuesday. I was not here last week because I was really stressing out and I am stressing out now. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Um I had competition last week. We got superior, by the way. For any of you who understand that scale, that's really good, by the way. Just to I'm sure you could guess superior really good. Way up way up there. Just go way up. Yes, which is good. We only got one B, and I think that was on rhythm, maybe? No. That was in sight reading. I don't remember. Anyway, and a lot of people were saying, or a lot of the judges were saying that we should work on intonation. Ugh, I hate intonation. It's the hardest thing ever. Okay, on to the next task at hand. That's why I did not, because Tuesday I got home late and I was wet and cranky and I did not want to edit, so I didn't. Well, I didn't even make a video. Oh, I did make a video. I just did not want to edit. So I was like, and I didn't. I'm sorry. Then after that, I had, what was it? Oh yeah, competition actually. And I filmed a video that morning and I was going to edit it and upload it, but I was so tired whenever I got home, I like passed out at 8. And that's really early. I don't go to sleep until like between 10 and midnight. Sometimes 1 o'clock, but that depends. On to the next subject. Book club stuff. Hopefully we can do that in June, maybe? Start that in June. Unless if I could do some really, like, crack down on this book. I'm right now reading Harry Potter, so I suggest we do the first book of Harry Potter. Because I'm sure that most of you guys have read it. This is my first time because I had never gotten to it or just didn't feel like it. And recently I have really gotten into books and I really wanted to read it. So I did, obviously. And I am at Diagon Alley. So that tells you that I'm not very far. But I can finish reading it by the end of this month so we could start next month maybe. Depending, that is. Right now, this is going back to the stress stuff. I have a Civil War project that is due in about 3 weeks. I have state tests. I have 6 of them. No, 5 of them. Sorry, not 6. If there was 6, I would just not be a happy camper. But I'm not a happy camper about the 5. State tests that I have 2 state tests next week. I also have another project that's due next week, on the same day that I have to take the science test. The science test is just there to determine whether I get into biology or not, which I really hope so, even though that I did really bad this year in science, but I get it. It's just a long story of why I made like a 60-something, no, 50, I don't remember. Anyway, which is really bad. That's failing. I have a 5-point, we have in my school system, it's a 5-point grading scale. A 60 is an F. 60 below is an F. So, I think, or no, it's 65, I believe. Something like that. 60 or 65. I know it's 60, though. That's an F. Then I have Algebra 1, which determines whether I am able to graduate or not, and I might have to end up taking Algebra again, because I missed a good lot of days, so I might not get my high school credit for it. Even though that I'm not in high school, but it still counts as a high school credit. Which would mean if I'm not able to get a high school credit in Algebra 1, I would not be able to get one in Computer Discovery, but we're not going to go into detail about that because then I'll start being sad. After that. And then on that next week, because that's Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the next Tuesday, I have either reading or writing, I'm not sure. And writing is grammar, reading is reading. And then math, just regular math, which will determine if I'm in geometry or Algebra 1 again. And I hope I'm not in Algebra 1 again. I don't like algebra. And no, that's why I wish that I lived in the UK for the sole purpose of math. Just not Algebra 1, not pre-calculus, not trig, nothing like that. It's just all one thing. just combined into one. That would be much nicer. No, you have these set things. So this is mainly for Tori because she lives outside of this place. So you can skip this if you don't want to hear it. Got Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, I think isn't it Pre-Cal, Trig, and then you can go to Calculus if you wanted to. You don't have to at my school. Some other schools require it, but I'm probably going to end up taking Calculus if I actually get into Geometry for 9th grade. That was a lot of words. And so, if there were any questions and I didn't answer them, I'm sorry. I'm going to go now before this becomes like a 10-minute thing. Goodbye and all that stuff. I hopefully will make a video next week, but if not, I'm so sorry. I'll make up for it during the summer, which is so close. I get out on May 18th. I want it to be sooner, but not really. Okay, goodbye.